Hello everyone and welcome to my garage. It's small, it's quaint, it's dark, and it's full of stuff, including my 2022 Hobie Outback. So today I'm going to be doing a couple of mods on the Outback. One is to just open up the cockpit area a little bit more. It's not anything groundbreaking. Other people have done it. And the other one is very, very new, and I've only seen it done on one other boat. I'm very, very excited to not only employ this mod on my boat, but to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get my ugly face off of here. You're going to be seeing the boat from here on out, hopefully, and not this. So with that, let's see what we can come up with. All right, everybody, here we are at the boat. Yeah, it's a little dirty, but it's supposed to be. So the first mod that I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out this forward track and bar assembly with the rear. The rear has a bungee on it, which is going to give me some more room in the front of the boat. I don't really use the bar that much, so this is just going to be a pretty quick and simple swap out of the whole assembly. So I'll go ahead and get started on that, and probably do the other side while I'm at it, or maybe I'll save that for another day, and we'll go from there. All right, cool. Okay, so went through a little time lapse there with the removal. So this is the rear portion. That's the front portion. So now we're just going to do a simple reverse installation. Put the rear and the front in the rear, and the rear in the front. I'm not going to record it. I'll just show you how it looks after the fact. So hopefully this will, give me some extra room. We'll see. Okay, so a real quick update. I was going to film while I was actually doing what I'm going to talk about, but I got stuck on the phone. So I have the left side done. I don't know if that's starboard or port. I'm not a sailor. But what I found is with the front portions that have the bar, you have these little keepers. So the keeper would go via a piece of bungee. It would actually go through the pipe and around and blah blah blah, so on and so forth, around these little pulleys and such. So I wanted to have the keepers in the front. So basically these are the same underneath for the most part, except no pulleys, which I'm not too stressed out about because I don't use them that much. I just kind of use them to keep stuff in place. So anyway, I just had to swap those over to the previously, this would be the rear. This is now the front. So with that being said, it's nothing hard. You'll be able to figure it out if you decide to do this. So now with this being in the front, I have room to, if I need to put the hog trough down or something, this will get out of the way. And if I want to tie something down, these catches that used to be on the rear are made to grab onto that bungee. So you can still put a box there and it'll hold it. So anyway, there's that. This side is done. Moving on to the captain's right, which I think is the port or starboard side. Port. I don't know. Who cares? It's irrelevant. So anyway, there's that. So if you want to keep the keepers in the front, you'll just have to swap them around. It's not a big deal. So there you go. All right, folks, we are done. So the previous H-rail and track assembly is now in the rear of the boat, and I've taken what was previously in the rear and put it in the front. I swapped out the little gear tethers from what was in the front assembly to the rear. That took a little finagling. It's not hard. I'm not going to go into over explaining how to do it, but now I still have the functional gear tethers in the front. It's not exactly as good as it used to be, but it will still hold your pliers or whatever else. I don't really use them that much, but I use them enough to warrant the effort. So yeah, as you can see, here's the other side. It's nice and open now. You don't have that restricting H-rail there. But we did lose some flexibility as far as attachments. And that moves us into our next project. Moving on, I was trying to find a set of H-rails to fit this Outback, and they do make them. They also make a set for the links that can fit this, but they are impossible to find. They're on indefinite back order, and that led me to start looking around the internet to see what I could find. And a little bit of searching, I found a guy who prints these. He 3D prints these at home, sells them online. Now you may ask, what is that thing besides a big chunk of plastic? Well, this, actually you need two of these, in combination with this standard aluminum extrusion that you can buy a lot of places online, will give you your own 4-channel, 1, 2, 3, 4 channel set of rails. Now they're not perfect, and they may not be as strong as the Hobie bars, but you know, you don't need an incredible amount of strength. You're not going to be picking the boat up with these. These are strictly for attachments. I wouldn't attach an anchor wizard to this because that does put a lot of strain on it. So I do use an anchor wizard that will continue to be put on to the these tracks here, which is how I've always done it before. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a little time lapse of me setting this up, and then we'll talk about it after I get it done. All right, everybody, in about a minute I was done. So here we have one of the 3D printed bases. As you can see, it has been printed to allow T-bolt slots all the way down, so you have access to 3 of the 4 channels, which I attached that base to the stock rail using some Allen head screws, some of these square bolts. I have real track nuts coming, they're just not here yet, and some stainless steel washers. So use that to attach there. There's the hole down in there. Now you can't use a typical hex head bolt because you're not going to be able to get a socket down in there. So that's another reason why I went with these. So either the Allen or hex or Phillips cap screw would do the trick. So now we have a total of 4 feet of channel going down here. I have a couple accessories I just tossed on there real quick to show what they can do. And then in the rear here, I have it attached. Now I can slide this whole thing forward or back once I figure out where I like it. I'll just make sure that I take an Allen wrench with me. So now I have a ton of options as far as where I want to put things. I don't have to have them up here where Hobie wanted me to, or I don't have to have them back here where it's harder to reach. So I have a ton of room. Now I won't attach my anchor wizard to this because I don't think this plastic is quite that strong. So I'll continue to attach the anchor wizard to the stock rail for the time being. Now I did see there's an aftermarket company that makes these plates out of aluminum, which I may upgrade to eventually, but they're a little pricey. So we'll see how this works. So yeah, there we go. There's one of 2. I'm going to put the other one on here in just a minute, and we'll see how it looks, and then we'll discuss and go from there. I'm very, very excited about this. All right, so that's project completion. I got both of the track mounts swapped as we previously discussed. I've got both of the track mounts installed now, so now I've got a ton of room to put stuff if I want. And now all I really have to do is just wait for the correct track nuts to show up so that I can secure these a little better. You can see there's a little wobble. This rear one doesn't really want to tighten down, so that little square nut's not really grabbing as well as it should be. What I did try to do for a little bit of stability is I tried to put the bases right next to some screws. As you can see, there's a little bit of a screw there, so that way at least there's a good solid attachment point to the boat. So yeah, that's that. And I tell you what, guys, I am really excited about all the possibilities Now I do have enough room. I usually keep my anchor wizard on my right side because I net on my left. And with that being said, since I do net on my left, I might slide. As you can see, I've got a couple more inches here. I might slide this whole bar back a little bit further just so that I have as much room to my left side to net as possible without any obstruction. Now, I don't really foresee this being a major issue, but you know, anything can cause problems when you don't want it to cause a problem. So with that, you know, we'll try it out, see how it works. Overall, the total investment was, the bars were, I think, about $40 for 8 feet total. They came pre-cut in 4-foot lengths. These bases were like $25 plus shipping. So all in all, just a little over $100, and I've got an awesome set of rails and a ton of flexibility when it comes to attaching things. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I will post all the links on in the description so you can get the bases and where I ordered this from. Actually, the guy who sells the bases has links to a manufacturer that supplies this aluminum extrusion. Everything shipped really fast. I think the extrusion came in like 2 days, and these they came in a matter of a couple days too. So yeah, if you know, if you're looking to add a little bit of track space to your boat without investing in pricey Hobie clamps, because we all know that the clamps for the H-rails get expensive, with this you can just use any T-bolt that you wish. So yeah, as you can see here, I have a ram ball attached and a rail blazer unit attached as well, so anything will work. Cool. All right, well, hopefully you found this video helpful and informative, and if you were on the fence about adding this, you know, at least you can see it, you know, installed, and you can make a decision of what works best for you based off of my experiment. But I think it's going to work out really good. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.